Should you make a bas mitzvah celebration for your daughter? The question is, why not? You can celebrate whenever you want. You can make a birthday party whenever you want. The question is, we know there's a special sudas mitzvah, a mitzvah to celebrate the bar mitzvah of a boy when he comes of age, when he turns 13, when he comes of age where he's obligated to mitzvahs. A girl becomes of age and obligated to mitzvahs earlier, when she's 12. This is the Ritva's opinion in Noshim have been or Yisera. Not that they're more intelligent, but they mature earlier when they're at the age of 12. Is there a mitzvah to celebrate her coming of age with a suda? So, there's different opinions. Let's start with the source of why a boy celebrates his bar mitzvah. The Mashal, the Yamshel Shlomo, writes the reason is because he becomes obligated in mitzvahs. And we find in the Gemara a story with Rabbi Yosef, who was blind, and he thought a blind person is not obligated in mitzvahs. He said if he would find out that he is obligated to do a mitzvah, despite that he's blind, he would make a party. You throw a party for this great happiness that he's obligated to do a mitzvah. Because if someone who's obligated gets a more reward, since he finds it more challenging, that he has to keep something, it's not voluntary. So based upon this, that when a boy becomes of age, he turns bar mitzvah, and he's obligated to keep all the Torah and mitzvahs, we throw a party. This reason should apply equally to a girl. And therefore, theoretically, when a girl becomes obligated to mitzvahs, she should make a bas mitzvah too. However, we find that early Achronim, they decry this custom. They say it's totally forbidden. They say it's maybe even biblically prohibited under the Issa, under the Torah writes, do not follow non-Jewish customs. Apparently, this was a reform and conservative custom to give the girls equal rights or similarities to boys, that they should learn Talmud, they should celebrate the Bar Mitzvah, and therefore he decries this minhag. Rav Moshe Feinstein writes that one should not make a Bas Mitzvah in a shul. It doesn't have the quality of Sudas Mitzvah. We ask the question, why not? A girl surely is also becoming obligated to mitzvah. She should celebrate. He points out that even though she is reaching a special point, the celebration which the Gemara calls out is when there's a visible difference for this obligation of mitzvahs which a person is becoming obligated with. A boy who turns bar mitzvah suddenly can be included with a minyan. A boy who turns bar mitzvah can lead tefillah, need benching, so it's visible his new status, and therefore he celebrates it. A girl, however, even though she is totally obligated, and it's a very special time, but one doesn't make the suda. The suda is only when it's visible, and by a girl, one doesn't have these obvious differences. They're not noticeable because she doesn't need prayers, and she doesn't add to a minyan. That's the opinion of Rav Moshe Feinstein. So he says, despite the fact that one could celebrate if one wants, but it would be like a birthday party. However, the Sfardi place can bring down that it's a special thing. In fact, the Ben Ish Chai brings down, and the Kaf HaChaim, that a girl should wear something special and new on that day of Bas Mitzvah, so she can make the bracha of Shechiyanu v'Kimanu, thanking Hashem that she reached this great time, special time, where she becomes a member of the Jewish nation and becomes obligated to mitzvahs. In fact, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, taking sensitivity to Rav Moshe's concerns not to follow the reform and not to do any isurim, not to obviously make a party which would be mixed dancing or immodest, he says one could make a party for a girl because she's also reaching the stage and obligating a mitzvah, and it would be a sudas mitzvah. In fact, the Street Eish brings down that nowadays possibly one should make a bas mitzvah for girls, because since if a girl would be very offended if one would make something for a boy and one would make something for a girl, it may lead to them to become dispirited and not enjoy the Torah education, which is already a struggle nowadays. And therefore he held it would be recommended, in light of all the sensitivities we mentioned, to make a modest and Torah party, but it would be correct to make a bas mitzvah. To summarize again, Rav Moshe Feinstein says one should not make a party. It's definitely not considered a sudas mitzvah. Sadi Poskim hold one should make a party and wear something new and make a bracha of Shachiyanu. And Street Eish says nowadays the situation is different, and if it's necessary in the society for the girl to make a party, it would be permitted to.